Hi, Greggy. How are you today?
Yeah, fine.
Are you okay?
Feel a bit low.
Why do you feel low, Greggy?
I don't know.
What bad habits have you been doing for the past month? Have you been fapping?
Yeah. I do it all the time.
Have you been eating junk food?
Yeah.
Have you been drinking a lot? Have you been smoking cigarettes? Have you been smoking weed? Have you been playing video games? I think I know what's up with you, Greggy. What could Greggy do differently? So what are you doing in your life that's making you feel this way? If you feel bad, then there's a reason why you feel bad. All right, yeah, maybe you can have some external problem, like you just lost a family member or some shit. Obviously, that's kind of out your control. You got to grieve for that and get over that in a different way. But, I mean, if you're just a young man sitting there in his room and you feel like shit, for really no reason, not much of a reason, then there is actually an underlying reason for that. There is something you're doing, your brain is telling you that there's something not right. That's where I think these depressive symptoms or depressive symptoms can be used for a benefit. All right, disclaimer, yes, depression's real, and when I was younger and I claimed that I was depressed, what I didn't realise was that I could have easily bettered my life. I could have solved it myself. So what are you doing right now that could make you feel bad? You're going to think of it as, if the tree bears fruit, then it's a good tree, right? It bears fruit. But if it bears bad fruit, then it's not a good tree. But otherwise, if it's a good tree and it bears good fruit, tasty fruit, nutritious fruit, nutritious fruit. Shut up. If it bears nutritious fruit, then it's a good tree. So just think of yourself as the tree. Just think of the fruits as your feelings, your emotions, and how you're feeling, your brain, your heart. Think of the fruit as that way. I've literally just made that up. That's fucking, whoa, nice. Are you the tree bearing good fruit, i.e. good feelings, good emotions? If the answer is no, then you're doing something wrong. There's something in your life which you're doing wrong. Now, I'm going to give you the obvious things. Are you eating junk food? Are you always eating junk food? Not like a once every now and then, oh, I'll have that cookie, but are you always eating junk food? Is it a regular thing? Like if you go into your house or your kitchen, is it just full of snacks? Is it just full of processed shit food that you get from like some supermarkets? If so, then that could be the problem. You could be feeling like shit. Are you getting a belly and are you looking down at yourself thinking, I got a fat belly? Like, can you see your dick? If the answer is no, if you can't see your dick, then that might be the problem. That might be one of the problems. If you're fapping to all kinds of porn or gross porn, like the gross porn I've spoken about, where it's like, you know, big bro forces stepsister and stuff like that, like gross stuff. Like I used to watch stuff like that, like maybe once or twice a day. It could even be more. Like back in the lockdown days, I would go to like, oh, let's have a third go. Oh, got nothing else to do, right? So I used to then have a little jackathon. Then once I spunked for the third time into a tissue, throw it in the bin and tie the bin up and can't be bothered taking it downstairs. Once that had happened, I then feel like absolute scum. I mean, so many times when I do that, I watch porn, I wank to something, and next thing you know, I'm going down to see my family, I'm going down to see my mum, I'm going to go and make a coffee. Morning, and they're like, morning. I feel like an absolute gremlin. The thing is, that's probably a big reason as to why you feel like shit. You feel bad because it's your brain telling you that you shouldn't be doing this. One part of your brain thinks you're just breeding with all these women, so you're just a massive legend. You can just relax now. You've done the ultimate male purpose is to reproduce. You can relax. You don't need to go any further. But the other part of your brain thinks, will you just fap to some gross porn? Have some shame. We don't want to do this. We're not on this earth to do this. To sit at your desk and we're not on this earth to do these things. So you're gonna get that shame. Are you doing drugs? Are you putting powder up your nose?
I only do it once a week for fun.
You're putting all sorts of shit up your nose. It's cocaine. In the UK, it's probably 20% cocaine. I don't actually know, I'm just guessing, but it is just shit. You're putting that up your nose. You don't sleep all night. Then you're awake until next day, so you're going home, you're trying to sleep, your heart is beating 10 times faster than it should be. That is not good. This could be a very big reason as to why you feel like shit. So I say to you now, are you the tree and are you bearing good fruit? Because if the answer is no, then you're doing something wrong. Just get a piece of paper. This is your homework now. Get a piece of paper and write down things that you're doing wrong. What things could you change? Is it drugs? Are you doing drugs? Then that might be it. Are you smoking 20 cigarettes a day? Because then that might be it. Are you drinking a lot? That might be it. Are you fapping to gross porn? Or are you even just fapping? That could be it. I'm talking from experience because I've done all those things. I've been a big heavy fapper. I've been into drugs. Alcohol, smoking, junk food. I've done the lot. Video games, I've done the lot. I get, not stick, but I do get questions about video games. Are you against them? I actually am. I actually am against them because they have been designed in a way, to make men feel like they've achieved something. We men need to achieve something. We men need purpose. We need a mission. We need something to complete, and we need goals. So when we get that satisfaction, when we get that completion from video games, we then come off the video games and then we don't do anything with our lives. All right, yeah, like maybe Elon Musk plays a game, once every, hour or something. He plays a video game. Great, but you're not Elon Musk. You're watching me. I don't think Elon Musk can be watching me. Oh, but this guy plays video games. Yeah, but that guy is rich and successful and he's very content in his life. You maybe not so much. Me, not so much. All right, yes, I'm very content with my life, but I've still got so much to do. If I play video games for, let's say, a few hours, I'm not going to want to do anything after that. Every time I turn off the PC or the Xbox back in the day, I would not want to do anything. I've achieved all I wanted on my video games. I've ranked up. I've unlocked things. I've accomplished things as a man, but only on my Xbox or on my PC. But what if I just play for an hour? What video gamer plays for an hour, honestly? Like, when you get into a game, a really good game, you don't play for an hour, do you? You don't want to play for an hour. You might even go, I do play for an hour, see? Boop, 1 hour, done. But do you actually enjoy the game that much for an hour? I used to play Skyrim a lot, but I did not want to play for an hour. I'd love to get sucked into it for a few hours. Until after a while I go, right, that's enough. Boop, off I get. And then boom, my brain is just completely fried with dopamine from the game. And that's another thing. I think it completely fries your dopamine receptors as well, video games. It's all flashy and this and that, and you get all this dopamine. And to put it bluntly, yes, I do have a thing against video games. I don't hate you because you might play video games for 1 hour, 2 hours, or even 6 hours. But this is just what I think, and this is what I feel, and this is what I feel that you could be going wrong. It could be from these video games. So anyway, where was I? I'm on the homework. Okay, so yeah, homework. I said this already, but yeah, your homework. Write down things that you could be doing that's making you feel bad. You know what? As a little bonus, write down things that are making you feel good. Things that you know are good. One answer I'll be writing will be delayed gratification. It's things that I'm doing for my future self. So if I'm doing some sit-ups, it's not for me now, it's for my future self. So my future self will enjoy a six-pack. So my future self won't have a belly. Hope it makes sense. I did do a Greggy skit in the last video. See, that's how... I saved the video, but I didn't actually do a Greggy skit. So here's another script by Greggy. Here you go, Greggy. Greggy is so excited. He has 2 skits in one video. He doesn't know what to do with himself. Usually he gets one. Oh, what can he do?
What can I do?
Okay, too late, Greggy. Time's up. That's all you get.